The little space.
Lunar lander.
The lunar lander.
And now it's broken. Welcome back. We got old Goose again for the first part. This will be 3 different parts?
Probably.
3 or 4 different parts, but all the same video. Or it could be different helpers, because we're going to try to include everybody, so. But we'll go ahead and show you what we got. That's right. This is Q1309. The Saturn V. Finally got this one. Only 1,969 pieces. Which I don't think it's a coincidence that it was in 1969, so I think they did that to coincide with the date that it actually happened. So it's got another piece that's going to go with it, but it's coming. I was going to try to make it all one video, but it didn't make it, so we're going to start on this first. Would you like to do the honors?
I would.
Supposedly 12 bags, so this is going to be fun.
It opens from this side?
Yeah, well, you can open from either side. Alright.
Okay.
Okay, box within a box. Crispy. Look at this thing. I love this manual. I've been watching so many YouTube videos on it. It actually gives you like a history of the actual spacecraft and everything that happened. Some about the designers of the set. I'm not going to go through everything, just some different stuff on the actual model itself. See how many pages we're dealing with here. 337 steps.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Where are we going to put this one?
I have no idea. In normal fashion, we will not film the whole assembly of everything. A little bit of the unbagging, and we will come back with the regular updates. Yeah. Alright, welcome back. She's still struggling on bag 11 and 12. I got bag 1 done. It was most of the inner structure of the first stage. I can't remember what they called it, but yeah. Yeah. So, alright, I'm going to start on bag 2. That's her progress so far on bag 11. So, yeah, she can't speak apparently, so. We're going to get, let's see, bag 2. Cool. Oh, love the smell of Lego. Alright, we'll pound these out and be right back. She's back now, we can continue. Alright, just like to show.
Oh.
This was bag
12, 11? 11.
That was bag 11?
That's the engine. It's a little...
Too close.
And then... I guess this is the very top part of the rocket.
Yeah, she is working on the third stage of the part of the rocket. This is where most of the limb and stuff will sit. And then will be most of the cone part out here, so... Which I'm jealous, but I'm building the bigger section, so... We got that. She's about...
We'd be here forever.
She's about to pop open bag 12, so they can... That'll be most of the actual, it has the stand in there for the whole thing. Some of the, like, in most of the top part of the cone, so I did. I'm through bag... I'm through bag 3. We got most of the first stage. I think the next part of mine will be like a lot of the dress up stuff and filling in some of the gaps, so in bag 4. So, you can start on that. Now you can go.
Bag 11 to 12. I think, what was this bag? 11, 1? 12. Okay, 11 and 12. This is that. And then, I think this is the upside. And then So that, and then that, and then what is that? The little
The
space?
lunar lander.
The lunar lander.
And now it's broken.
Okay. Look at his little legs.
As she was saying, she did 11 and 12, and it actually has a couple little guys with it, little minifigs, the microfigs rather. You can see that there. And this actually goes in the top portion of that. Stays like that. Like so. And then this. Actually, with the top cone, kind of encapsulates that. That's the whole thing there inside. This is third stage? Yeah, third stage. Got another helper. We're gonna do the second stage and I guess the rest of the rocket, so. This is Bailey.
Hello.
It's my other goddaughter. She hasn't been in a video yet, so we figured we'd fit her in here somewhere. And she wanted to build a set, so I figured this 2,000 piece set would be a good one.
I wasn't at once when I called Sarah.
Oh yeah, she was on the. She's gonna work on bag 5. I'm gonna do bag 6, which is the bottom motor section of this, and she's gonna do the little fill-in stuff for the side panels there. So we'll get started, and then we'll post regular updates. Alrighty, we're gonna be update on the progress a little bit. I am on bag 8. We're kind of jumping around the bag, so they're not going to be in order for anything. Well, this is 8. Most of the internal structure of the second stage, which will go here eventually, whenever I get done with it. Bay is working on, I guess, the engines and stuff for the outer shell. Yeah, she did most of the outer coverings for this already, so that'll help. This portion of this thing is complicated, so you need to pay close attention to the instructions. So, I'm gonna pop open bag 8 and get started. Be right back. All right, this thing barely even fits in the frame.
It does.
Oh
You
my
can't
gosh.
even get the front part in it.
All right, well, we're done with the Saturn V rocket. This was the second helper we had. Like I said, this was Bailey, so.
You gotta put the little thing.
Oh yeah, we'll show that off in a second.
Okay.
We'll show the small stuff first. This was the little descent module, whatever you want to call it. The limb, I think they want to call it, with the little flotation things. And this is the little display board for the actual lunar lander, which we will pull this apart here real quick and show you. Let's see, move the little things out of the way, baby. We'll take it apart so we can show it off a little better. Ooh, that's me.
You need to.
Set that right there. Pull that apart there. All right, we'll just hold that for a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna show the first stage. This was the first stage here, main stage of the rocket. Not much going on the inside. The motors are awesome looking. They do offer a light kit. I was telling her there. They do offer a light kit for the motors for this, that, and the second stage. So we'll probably end up getting that. Hopefully, if the wife approves it. There's that. Like I said, it did come with the little stands, but we're not going to use them. We're just going to stand this thing up. Well, maybe not.
I think standing it up would be really cool, but I feel like that'd be risky.
Eventually. I have to build some kind of support for it. This is the second stage. That's the inside of that. Like I said, it's not much going on the inside of the stages.
Thank you for putting that anywhere in here.
And the, we're going to put it on display in our bedroom.
Sure.
That is the bottom of the rockets there. Love the outside of it because they designed it to where it's mostly curved, mostly rounded, so it's not square like you think a Lego would actually be. So, well, there's that.
Like a what you would usually do? Like
A Lego set.
You said a lady.
No. All right. Do you want to show that one off? That is the last stage. If you
To open it?
Yeah, let's see here. If you actually pull the, well,
I don't want to break it.
you can put that together, honey. This is the third stage motor there. It does have the lunar lander on the inside, which that does come off, and that comes off like that. It's supposed to, I'm not pulling all this off of there because this is a pain in the butt to put together, but in real life it actually attaches like that, and so on and so forth. So, but we're going to stick this back together. We're going to display it without the lander in it. It's going to be on its little board there. And this goes back on there. And this is going to go back right there, like that.
Hey, this is almost as tall as Aubrey.
And just to get this thing in frame, you have to actually back up way over here to get it to snap in, which is actually a substantial click. And actually, you can tell it's all pretty sturdy. So, I still like to support it a little bit. I'm just a little. So we have to way back here to. Well, it's not too far in frame. We're over the table, so. Well, that's it. Like I said, it'll be on display mostly like this, I guess, till we figure out some sort of upright display stand. Set those back down.
Whoa.
There we go, like that.
You have to say the cool fact about that.
Cool fact, there's a whole book of cool facts.
Yeah.
Here's just a small scale replica of the lunar lander. And as Bay was saying, that, alright, like,
Lovely.
as Bay was saying, the little minifig, the microfig, is actual scale. Like if this guy was standing on top of this, that's the actual scale of this ship when it was, you know, back in the day, which is still around, but it's in a museum now. So, interesting fact. So, but of course, like all the other interesting stuff is in the book. If you want to read that, so I'm not going to read it to you. So, anything you'd like to say since you haven't talked?
Thanks.
Wow.
This was fun.
Yes, we'll have another set coming in a couple days that'll go with this. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You have to wait for that. You have to watch that one too. So, see you in the next video. Bye.